How's it going, everybody? This is Craig Bush Rocks. Welcome to my channel. Well, I had a pretty good weekend, but wow, the news was flowing through the weekend about PlayStation and Xbox, and didn't have a chance to record a video about it, so I've been too busy doing the computer. But man, just watching a couple of videos just a few minutes ago about PlayStation's talking about bringing their games to Xbox and stuff like that, which I'm not surprised that's happening. I was kind of wondering how long it was going to take before PlayStation will release games on Xbox. I mean, start doing it because yeah, they already talked about a few games and stuff like that, but giving it a good example of what I mean. Let me see where is it? Like this one right here. Lego Horizon Adventures, a Sony published game going on Nintendo Switch and stuff like that. I wasn't sure if this went on Xbox or not. I didn't really check it out. Just kind of waking up not that long ago, I was watching the 50 States and 50 Days of Ryan Trahans and stuff like that. But yeah, but think about that for a minute. Yeah, this is a Sony franchise and went to Nintendo Switch. So I guess there's rumors going around about Sony bringing their big franchises over to Xbox. Okay, well, cool. I mean, why not? Seems like Xbox is bringing their stuff over to PlayStation, which got a good player base. So, you know, probably going to get Microsoft Flight Simulator over onto PlayStation. You know, going to sell another 1 million copies probably over there on PlayStation. I'm kind of wondering if get games like Ratchet and Clank or the Spider-Man games over to Xbox. You know, PlayStation don't have to make a physical game on Xbox because seems like Xbox don't like making physical games. They just make it all digital, so you don't have a physical. If you get a PlayStation 5 game, I believe on, you know, from Xbox, it's just basically it reads a disc and it downloads the version of the game. So yeah, I guess Sony can make a few extra dollars and bring it over to the Xbox. Now maybe that might sell some more Xboxes, get their hardware sales up, but we'll see. I don't know. I'm just kind of rambling about that part. That they can get more Xboxes out of it, but I'm not sure how that's gonna pan out in the future if PlayStation starts pushing their games over to Xbox. Now I don't think they're gonna do day one releases someday down the road. I don't think that's gonna ever happen. If it does, wow, okay, but they can wait about 2 or 3 years and bring it over to Xbox after they milked it on PlayStation forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever. So yeah, we got the Forza game over, Forza Horizon over on PlayStation. Who knows? Maybe we'll get Gran Turismo 7 over on Xbox, and they can play one of our flagship games and stuff like that. You know, Gran Turismo 7. That's been out for a few years. That could happen. Have my Death Stranding too. I mean, PlayStation Studio game. This one will probably end up going to Xbox anyways down the road. So yeah, that one's going to be probably obvious. You know, of course, we got the Final Fantasy games that PlayStation helped develop. You know, to get the games out. Those will end up going on to Xbox. But we got MLB The Show that's on Xbox because MLB, you know, they want to put their games out on everything, so they probably made an agreement and made it where they can put it on Xbox. But yeah, just something to think about. God of War going over to PlayStation. We're always talking about Gears of War coming over to PlayStation. Wow, can you imagine God of War going to Xbox? Cool. I mean, I guess that's kind of awesome, but at the same time, exclusivities always put out better games because they're trying to push out better games out on the one system. It's like, okay, they got Gears of War, it's gonna make something awesome, it's gonna make our God of War game, and you know, vice versa. Well, we got our God of War game, or sorry, Microsoft, they got God of War, put out a better Gears of War game. But you know, that's something to think about. You know, don't surprise me and stuff like that, but PlayStation's talking about bringing out a handheld, you know, pretty soon. Not sure when that's going to come out. It's supposed to be able to play PS5 games, maybe some PS4 games on it. Microsoft's going to come out with a handheld, so their Xbox anywhere and stuff like that. In the meantime, yeah, good old Nintendo is all I got right now in front of me. Good old Nintendo still lock their games into their little bubble, so you're not going to get your Mario Kart on PlayStation or Xbox. You know, PlayStation. PlayStation being a Japan studio, you would think, well, no, never mind. Nintendo and PlayStation, say Nintendo, yeah, burned PlayStation at one time or another. But, I never know. They did release that Lego Horizon game on Nintendo, but can you imagine Nintendo putting Mario Kart on PlayStation? Or maybe on Xbox? Holy smokes. I can say one thing, Nintendo is going to sell a lot of consoles. Even this $500 Switch 2, they're going to probably sell millions and millions in consoles, and while they keep all their exclusivities to themselves. Yay. Which is fine. It's fine. They can do that. Why can't it be like the old days back in PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2 era when everybody had exclusivities and everybody's fighting each other and had those cool commercials of, dogging on Xbox or Xbox dogging on PlayStation or PlayStation dogging on Nintendo. Those fun old days. Now it's like, let's get along with each other and we'll share our games. Okay, it's going to be different. But it's gaming, The gaming budgets are more expensive, so they got to make up their money somehow when you hear all the budgets for these games. So, yeah, I can see why they're doing that. At the same time, it's like, damn, well, make a cheaper game. Expedition 33 was a pretty decent game, and that sold pretty good. We'll see. But Astrobot was not that expensive a game, so that one did pretty good. But can you imagine Astrobot on Xbox? Can you imagine that one? But I don't know, these are just rumors. Some of these rumors are probably gonna be true down the road. You never know. We'll see. But it is getting down to the point where exclusivity is gonna be out the window, and it's gonna be weird because console gaming and stuff like that could be out the window someday. But we already got a PlayStation 6 coming out. Supposedly we got more Xbox hardware. Like, why, I don't know, because Xbox don't want to push their hardware as much as possible. I wish they would promote their hardware and not like 10 different SKUs. I go to Walmart sometimes, I do see Xbox stuff there, and there are many versions of Xbox. PlayStation's not guilty of that too. When I went to Walmart yesterday, they had regular PlayStation still, the original one. I think they had one console left over. They had the PlayStation Slim, and they had a PlayStation 5 Pro in the cabinet. So, yeah, it's definitely a different outlook. Oh, looks like my light just turned off. Oh, just turned back on. Wants to stay blinking. Must have unplugged from my plug over there. But alright, enough of that. We'll end this video. Oh boy, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you don't like it, give me a thumbs down. Comment down below, what do you think? PlayStation going to Xbox. We already know Xbox is going to PlayStation. We know PlayStation put games on the Nintendo Switch. Well, I forget to mention too, Steam. PlayStation been putting their games on Steam, so we already know that's been going on. But let me know in the comments below what you think about that. PlayStation going to Xbox. Make sure you subscribe, hit the bell icon. Oh man, I'll check y'all in the next video. Gotta get ready for work. It's gonna be another hot, brutal day out today. Fun times. Bye.